Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Lore Explorer. Yesterday was the final day of the largest gathering of geeks and nerds in North America, San Diego Comic-Con. And I wasn't there, which kind of sucks. But it's okay, it doesn't matter. I've got my own YouTube channel. I do what I want. In honor of this event, today's episode of Lore Explorer is going to be the first video in a week-long series of video all based on the theme of comics, culminating in a very special episode of Friday Feature Focus celebrating the release of the newest entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Guardians of the Galaxy. Not that kind of very special episode. I mean, it's gonna be like really cool and have lots of cool stuff and no PSAs afterwards. Let's start off the week with a bit of all-powerful jewelry. That's right, I'm talking about the Infinity Gauntlet, which made a surprise appearance this year at San Diego Comic-Con near the end of the Marvel panel on the hand of James Brolin. But what exactly is the Infinity Gauntlet? What does it do? And most importantly, does it match my skirt? Find out today as we explore the lore behind the Infinity Gauntlet. What is the Infinity Gauntlet? Well, it's a gauntlet that's designed to hold 6 of the Soul Gems, or as they're more commonly known, the Infinity Gems. The best bling in the galaxy. Each gem had a different power, and bringing them together in the gauntlet gave the wielder basically the ability to do almost anything they wanted. In fact, the only things they couldn't do were destroy the gauntlet or affect another dimension. Pretty cool, right? I could definitely use something like that. Due to its unparalleled potential for misuse, a group called the Illuminati, not the map on the back of the Declaration of Independence Illuminati, this one was a superhero think tank consisting of Mr. Fantastic, Iron Man, Black Bolt, Namor the Submariner, Doctor Strange, and Professor X, decided to each take a gem and hide it, hopefully preventing them from ever being united and used. We're not even going to touch on how well that worked. Each gem had a color and specific set of powers. The green gem was called the Soul Gem. It had the ability to manipulate both living and dead souls. It had even been shown to have the ability to evolve or devolve someone mentally or physically. Televangelists around the world have been coveting this one for decades. The red gem was called the Power Gem. Surprisingly enough, it gave the wielder the ability to control any power that has ever existed or will ever exist. It could give the wielder basically any physical superhuman power they wanted, depending on how much of the gem's power they used. Duracell currently has a reward for this gem on the black market, consisting of 70 billion nerd credit points. The orange gem was called the Time Gem, and gave its wielder the power to control time completely. They could go backwards, forwards, literally whenever they wanted, and get as wibbly-wobbly as they wanted. It could even stop, reverse, or accelerate a person's age. Not sure if this has any connection with the TARDIS, but it does prompt more research. The yellow gem was called the Reality Gem. It let its wielder change reality quite literally. Tired of gravity? Make it only work on Tuesdays. Sick of algebra? Make 2 + 2 = 7.q and watch all the mathematicians go crazy. This one was considered the most dangerous to use on its own due to the radical nature of its powers. The purple gem was called the Space Gem. It gave its wielder the unlimited control of space. That means teleporting anywhere? Check. Changing the laws of physics to make distant things actually close? Check. The ability to be multiple places at once? Check. Very useful in the world of Las Vegas magic shows. The last gem was the blue gem, and it was called the Mind Gem. It gave the wielder the unlimited control over the psionic powers of the mind, including telekinesis and telepathy. Red Hood actually used this gem to out-psychic Professor X, which is pretty impressive. Each gem on its own contained amazing amounts of power, but when they were put in the gauntlet together, they combined their powers and gave the wielder the ability to literally change the universe however they wanted. Many people have tried to gain control of its power, Thanos being the one that probably got the closest to having all of his wishes fulfilled. Iron Man is actually the only Earthling to ever possess the gauntlet and use it, and immediately afterwards he split the gems up again between the members of the Illuminati. There is so much more about the gauntlet I could talk about, like where the gems came from or the first people to use them. But unfortunately, that's all the lore we have time to explore this week. If you'd like to see it in action, check out the Infinity Gauntlet trade paperback, compiling issues 1 through 6 of the Infinity Gauntlet limited series. This series was written by Jim Starlin and illustrated by George Perez and Ron Lim. Check out your favorite comic book store to see if they either have it or can order it for you, or there will be a link in the doobly-doo for the Amazon page for it. Again, this is the first video in my comic-themed week. So be sure to head over to my personal channel starting tomorrow to see the rest of the videos, all culminating in the amazing Friday feature focus that celebrates Guardians of the Galaxy, which coincidentally also comes out this Friday. I would like to mention that I'm not being sponsored in any way by Marvel or Disney or anything like that. I am just really excited about this movie. As always, if you enjoyed this, please share it with all of your comic book loving friends who went to Comic-Con and spent the entire weekend broadcasting all of their amazing pictures about the wonderful things that they got to do and talking about how they got to eat lunch at the same table as Will Wheaton. Breathe. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see more lore and other amazing geeky things. If you haven't seen it yet, check out D&D High, my other web series here on the All Free Geek Alliance. It airs every other Monday opposite Lore Explorer. In the comments below, let me know what gem you would want to wield and what you would do with it. Again, that's all for me, and I will see you guys tomorrow on my Twitch channel for some comic-themed streamy streams. Bye-bye!